the reason I decided to focus on cook stoves, because cooking is one of the most, it's part of everybody's life, and yet it is one of the biggest issues we face on Earth today. Because half the world population, they don't have access to gas, LPG, or electricity. And the only fuel they have available to them is wood, charcoal. And and now they're using traditional cook stoves that make a huge amount of smoke. And that smoke is just killing them. The World Health Organization quantified that there is 4 million deaths every year because of cook stoves, and mostly women and children. It's basically every time you cook, a mother with her, kids around cooks a meal, it makes smoke. They inhale that smoke, and that's equivalent to 20 cigarettes per day per meal.
So how would you describe the process of making your cook stove?
A cook stove, it is a product. It is like any other engine. It has an input of fuel, and it has an output, which is the energy to cook your food. I'm using the same, it's the same technique, the same know-how, the same approach that was used to, I applied it for making, Intel chips or, BMW cars. It's the same approach that you apply to making a cook stove. You want to make the product quality product that's durable, lasts a long time, and you want to make it as efficient as possible. Like don't waste fuel, because wasting fuel is bad for the environment. Don't make smoke emissions that are bad for health. And for our particular market, because we make products for the poorest for the base of the pyramid, so it is very important that they can afford it. And we try to bring a product that has the best value for the customer.
How different is your product from a traditional charcoal stove?
Compared to a traditional stove, it has many features that make it more efficient. Yeah. We design our products. We use insulation all around the stove. One of the best insulation available on the market, it's ceramic wool. So basically when the heat is produced, very little of it is lost to the outside. The majority of that fuel goes to cooking your food and not being lost to the environment, not being lost in the stove. And that's the issues with the traditional stove. It doesn't have any engineering behind it. It doesn't use any of the modern materials that would give you the best performance. So we are basically just finding, using all the best knowledge we have now in engineering, in design, in materials, in production, and we are applying it to make a cook stove that make less smoke, that use less fuel.